All right. Okay, hello, hello. Is it working now? Are we working now? Let's see. Okay. All right, Liv. All right, Liv. Is it working? Should have asked you. It should have asked you. Are you here? Hello, hello, hello. Facebook is ticking me off. It's ticking me off. Oh, there she is. Oh my God. It's ticking me off. Oh, there she is. Oh my God.
Hi, it wouldn't let me join from my computer, so I will use my phone.
Oh, very good. Okay. Hey, Rachel, thanks for coming back. I'm going to record this on my computer so that I can put it on YouTube.
Oh, that's fun.
Let's do it. Okay, so I just want to welcome everyone to Caroline's Coffee Convos. This is my second one. First time we couldn't even get this to work, so I'm excited. We're making progress. Woo! Happy Friday, and I have, let me just get back here. Cool. I have my friend Olivia Brooke. She is here today. Do you have coffee? Well, it's earlier for you, right? So you've got coffee.
It is. Yes.
Awesome. What does that say? World's okay as well. Mine is a Christmas mug.
Oh, I like it.
Well, it's my favorite shape. I don't know. I just really dig it. I have one I made. You know how in Master Psychic we were always talking about t-shirt ideas and mug ideas? Well, I actually created, kind of using my logo, I used my colors, a mug and a t-shirt. It says "It is what it is," and it's feral AF. And I had it printed, and it's like my favorite coffee mug, but I didn't pull it out today. So
yeah. What is it about coffee mugs? Like their shape. This one has a little chip in it, but it fits my thumb perfectly. So it's just like the best.
It is the best. I love it. I love it. Okay. You need the feral mug. I need to buy feral mugs for everyone. Hey, Jerry. Good morning. Good morning. So if you're new to the coffee chat, this is just a conversation. We're just chatting. We're going to see what comes up. I do have a couple of questions for you, but I think it's going to help spark any kind of convo. So if you are here, thank you for watching. If you're watching the replay, thank you for watching. We love having a chat with you. I started this to build community, so people could get to know me, get to know my guests, and really just to kind of have fun and lighten up, because I made another t-shirt. It says lighten up, it's only this life after all. Because we really, our humans really just are so freaking serious. And if you are in the spiritual world, you've lived many, 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 many lifetimes. And this life, even though I'm not taking anything away from this life, it can be very challenging. It is but a drop in the bucket.
Yes, so it is.
Nicolette says she needs that on a mug. Okay, Liv. So let's chat, because I was trying to remember. I have a terrible memory.
Okay.
How long have we known each other? Like, we met in Carrie's World on Facebook. I know that.
Right. Well, I think we really got to know each other. Hi, Nicolette. Probably at the beginning of Master Psychic with Carrie. I think we were like circling worlds together, but really got to know each other then.
I think, yeah. And that was last year. And then we spent a whole year together.
We did.
Intimately involved in all of our traumas.
I know, and I miss you guys so much. There's things where I'm like, oh, I wish I could talk to them in that group again. It was sometimes it's like, I just need their perspective.
Well, anytime. Voxer's open. Come on down. We still have, I mean, we could do a private Voxer chat with the whole group probably. Because I love Voxer. Um, okay, so I would love for you to share with the world what you do. You're a psychic.
Yes,
You work
I'm a
with
psychic.
soul.
I do.
So share, tell us what you do.
So my thing I like, my thing I do, my thing I'm passionate about is really the soul's journey. I love understanding that I have an incredible gift to like see to the heart of someone's soul, I guess you could say, and just really see the truth of who they are. But my specialty, I guess, would be bringing forward people's past lives in this lifetime in order to help them to see how the skills from those lives are really important in this lifetime in creating the successes and the things that they desire within their life. So helping us to bring all of our soul's journeys together really in this lifetime to create something really magical. But yeah, I love just helping people to see the actual truth of who they are behind a lot of the fluff, behind a lot of the BS, the nonsense, and like the humanness that we put on things sometimes. So yeah, that's what I love doing.
Do you bring do you like bring it in and help like anchor it in? Like how do you do that? I'm fascinated. I love it.
With the past life thing or just souls in
Yeah.
general?
Well, anything.
So
Like yeah.
So I think with past lives, what I really do is help to like reawaken a remembrance, right? So energetically speaking, we hold a lot of this information from our past lives, from really future potential. It's genetically or it's energetically coded in who we are. It's just a matter of like turning the switch on. So when I do the past life work, it's really like turning that switch on and then understanding in this lifetime how we're meant to use it. And of course, it'll bring up things within our human experience in this lifetime where we're like, no way, I'm not doing that. So that's really what I do is work through that by using the connection to the soul in this lifetime with what does your soul want now? What is your human saying it's resistant to? What is your soul's truth? And sharing with you that, maybe this isn't true or accurate. And how are you meant to move forward with that? So I think I help people really understand like their deeper true identity, just the purest essence of who they are. And then we get to work through all the things that are telling them that that's not actually who you are. And that's where the healing stuff comes in, or
Yeah.
the mindset and all of that comes in is with having the human perspective and then shifting that for like, okay, great, but soul is saying something else. And how do we really understand that? And how are we meant to use it, or do we not want to? Is it too hard? Is it too much? And really helping people to like connect with that truth, that like unshakable certainty that I think sometimes is so hard to find, especially now, when the world feels so crazy for a lot of people.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. I see that in my own work too. It's like the healing part, it like you have to embody that.
Yeah.
And sometimes I think life has taught us that we're not so amazing and that we're not so great. And even though we have like this, we know we're here to like make this huge impact and help so many people and do all these amazing things. Our humans like, oh shit.
Yeah. Right.
That's a lot.
Like,
That's big.
yeah.
Yeah, I can't
Yeah.
do that. Yeah,
Our human
I
is like
love it.
our biggest critic. It can be our worst enemy, It
Yeah.
really can. But also understanding how important and valuable it is, just along with like the ego stuff too. Like, I taught a course called Human Ego Soul where we are talking about the 3 different aspects of this. And like one of the big points was a lot of people are saying, oh, I don't have ego, or I'm getting rid of the ego. And that's not what we're supposed to be doing. We're supposed to be understanding how all 3 are so important in this experience, and like how like our ego holds so much gold for our lives, and we're not meant to get rid of it. We just are misunderstanding how we're supposed to use it. And so it's so fascinating and so much fun helping people to really see that, and especially through the work that we do and that healing aspect of why is this powerful? Everything is powerful. How is it powerful for us?
Right. And our ego can really help us. And we're not, I mean, people that say that they don't have an ego, bullshit. I'm just going to say, I haven't met one person that doesn't have an ego.
Right.
And there's nothing wrong with it. I think we like to compartmentalize. We like to label things as bad or wrong, like good and bad. And it is what it is. And it's feral as fuck. This is my favorite saying because it's true. It just is what it is. It's not bad. It's not good. Everything is here to teach us something. If we're willing to be courageous and be wrong. And like one of my big things right now is I'm really stepping deep into medical intuition and really claiming that title. And I've had to, my ego has been very loud as I've been stepping into that work, because as you know, with medical intuition, you've got to be right. You have to get it right. Because you can really screw with somebody. And and so my ego is like, you're not ready. You're not ready yet. Hold back. And I have been, I don't want to say fighting with my ego, but really having a convo with my ego, especially as I'm going into a session, so that I can make sure that my ego is not in the session. So there's ways to use our ego, and there's also times where it's like ego, prior knowledge, all of that stuff. I even talked about it on my podcast, like getting your human out of the way so that you can show up for your clients in your power, without your opinions and beliefs, because my opinion makes never mind to what the helping somebody. That's just my opinion. And it's not bad or wrong. It just is. And we have to work with our egos, but we'll never get rid of it. We'll never get rid of it. And that's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's such an important part of who we are. It's And the questioning yourself, and we've been taught to hold ourselves to such a high standard that can be so difficult in, I mean, some people are just throwing anything on Facebook, and I'm like, wow, you're really doing it. Like, good for you, I guess. But also, are you sure?
Oh, Facebook is a gold mine. TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. Whew.
Yeah. I definitely have been cutting out a lot of the noise lately, and it's so helpful in stepping deeper into that like bigger picture thing. But yeah, it is great. Facebook is great for seeing, like, I'm pretty good at what I do,
It gives you some content.
Yeah.
It's funny. I have really, in April, it's only April 11th, I have really stepped back from any kind of scrolling. And because it's an addiction, it's a dopamine hit, scroll. And it's also like, it was pulling me out. I was allowing it to pull me out of my energy, pull me out of my power. And it can really mess with you. It can be beautiful, but it can really mess with you. And so I'm like, this month is all about me just staying in my own lane, working on my stuff, doing my work, and really not being on social media that much. And I love social media. It has its place, but it can really, it can pull you out of your focus. If I want to be as high vibrational and powerful as possible, I probably don't need to be scrolling on whatever for hours and hours. Sorry, Zuckerberg, but I really just don't want to do that all day long.
Yeah, it's a great tool, but it can also be a great detriment. It can be. But I've been pulling myself off of it more too, and attempting to be more intentional with everything that I'm doing, but a lot with social media too, and just keeping focus on what I feel is important, and trying to have that be the focus.
I love it. So tell me this, because I was like, I'm going to ask her a question.
Ooh.
And then we can just share about it. Not to put
Okay.
you on the spot, but
That's fine.
as a psychic, what is your, because we know the importance of checking our energetics and doing like a morning practice, whatever that looks like. What is a day in the life of Liv? What is your daily psychic practice? Be honest as well. Be honest.
Yeah. So a day in the life, been it's one of those things where it's easy to do and easy not to do, really, that psychic practice, you know? So again, with the intentionality, there have been times where I do nothing and those times are hard. And then there are times where I'll set up a big schedule and those times are hard because I'm somebody, I like the flow and I like I want to do things right, but also like I can't be held to like, you have to do it this way. So typically we'll do just at night, like clearing my energy, connecting within, really like looking at my body just to be like, cool, is there anything that I need to know from this? And I'll make sure to clear everybody out of my energy. And then before I go to bed, I'll set an intention of like, this is what I'm working on. This is what I need help with. This is what I'm looking for, kind of a thing. And then I pretty much do something similar. So I don't have a big, like long drawn out morning process. I'm not a morning person. I don't do the 5 a.m. thing. That's so hard for me. It just really is. I will stay up until 2 a.m. no problem. But trying to get up and then like meditate, I will immediately fall back to sleep. So I've realized that doesn't work for me. So it's something similar where I just get up and have a moment to just connect with where I am, bringing myself to present, clearing anything that I feel like is too much for me at that moment, or like, oh, I noticed that I'm really focusing on one of my kids, or that's really pulling at me. Just giving myself a minute to just connect with me specifically, and where am I feeling anything, what's coming up for me, and wanting to bring myself into a place of like peace, of presence and peace. That's what I try to do. And then throughout the day, it'll be like, I'm one of those people that's been famous for like, oh my God, I forgot that I had guides or whatever. So learning to create more intentionality with that, and really that being the first thing I go to rather than I'm going to logically try to figure this out. So I would say that that's also been like one of my biggest struggles as a psychic and as a healer, is learning to take logic out of things and really committing to going to energetics first. That has been so challenging for me in my journey. So yeah, and it's something that I quite honestly am not perfect with yet, but it's kind of always evolving for me and flowing. But right now that's what feels good to me. So that's what I'm doing.
I love that. And it's funny because it doesn't matter. Like, I think having a practice is great, and also being, not stubborn and being like, okay, today I'm going to do this instead or that instead. I am a morning person.
Yeah.
I am up at 5. And I call that my quiet reflective time. I don't mess with, like, don't bother me. Now I'm an empty nester now because both of my kids are gone. So it's easier. But I do mine in the morning, and I've replaced my morning scrolling session for more of a connection time. And that's working really well. But I also exercise first thing as well. And for me, I have to be I don't want to say strict, but I have to be disciplined with myself, because it really is very easy for me not to exercise.
Right.
I mean, I can find an excuse not to do it. And I started in September. I go through periods where I'm really into it and then I'm not. I started in September with really committing. I decided I want, because I'm 54, I'm looking at like longevity. I want to be strong and flexible, and that is like my goal. Like, I don't want to be aching. I look at my husband sometimes and he's like bending over, and I'm like, no, that's not me.
Yeah.
And so I committed to that, and I am right now doing really, really well. I do some sort of movement every single day, and but it has to feel good to me, and it changes, and giving myself that variety is very, very important for me. So I am super consistent, and I'm also on a kick now Let me just show you how many different journals I'm
Oh,
actively
oh my
working in.
God.
Like
Yeah.
each journal, I have a healing practice, a healing modality, master psychic, healer's insights, and I've got another one. So I've got, and a business one. And so I literally every morning will spend a little bit of time with each one because I have that time.
Right.
I created that time in my schedule, and for my goals, like really being like the most powerful that I can be, I've really committed to that. But it looks different every day. And if I need healing one day, I'm going to spend more time on that. And
Right.
then, you know, if I'm doing content creation, then I'm going to spend more time on that. But it's real for me. I think at the end of the day, it's really about committing. Like, what do you want?
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, what are you willing to commit to every single day?
Right.
Because sometimes in the spiritual community, I don't know, it's like we think it's just going to happen. And one day we're just going to feel inspired and motivated. And that only lasts so long. Like,
Right.
I mean,
Yeah.
sorry, but it's true. You have to, however it looks, and it doesn't have to be rigid. Like, I can be a little bit like masculine, getting it done.
Uh-huh.
And I know this, and I have to like check
Yeah.
myself, get things done, but in a divine feminine, flowing, magnetizing way. That's what I am working on at the moment, is like not being quite so,
Yeah.
you know, get her done.
Right. Right. It's an interesting time too for that. I feel like we're all learning a new way of being. And I've gone to the opposite end of that spectrum before where it's just like, oh, great. Like everything is, you know, where there's like, I'm doing nothing, just hoping things are going to happen, which also does not work, you know?
Yeah.
But so learning how to create like that harmony within using both of those energetics to get what we want. And like I say, it is like a process. It is such a process. And I think that that's something that's really important to share too, is like we're all going to have a different process, and it's not going to be perfect. So giving yourself the grace to find what works for you, I think that's what's most important, is figuring that out. And then and then you got to figure out how you're going to hold that standard and the discipline within that, and all of that. But it's interesting. I mean, there is no, like, that's the hard part about this sometimes, is there is no tried and true way to do it. You've got to find what works for you, and then let it stick, or make it stick, kind of a thing.
Well, committing to it and getting your soul and your human and your higher self, getting them on the same page.
Yeah.
And then moving forward, like, and you know, one of my favorite, I like to keep things simple as well, because I don't personally believe that you have to meditate for hours. You know, I don't, hey, Melissa, I didn't even see you. Like, I believe that we can do things quicker, like, especially the more tuned in you are to your own energetics. And I do find that the more consistently you are tuning in and checking in, it's so much faster and easier to notice when you're being pulled out of alignment, or if something's on your energy, because you're like, oh, that doesn't feel good. What is that? And so I think sometimes people don't want to do the work because they think it's going to take so long. And really and truly, maybe at first, but the more you do it and the more you commit to your own energetics and your own practice, it actually isn't that long. You know, now it can be sometimes, you know, never say never, but it's really finding what works for you, and knowing that it's okay if it doesn't look like what somebody else is doing or selling or telling you or whatever. Like, it's your own thing. And making it your own thing, and making it okay to change your mind. Because sometimes we think too, like, oh, I've committed to this and I have to do it like this. It's like, not so much. Not so much.
Giving yourself that grace to have, like, it's like somebody used to say, hold on loosely, you know, where you have something, but you're like gonna allow it to shift if it needs to shift for you. And like, I would say that when I first started, it was very hard for me to do what I thought needed to get done because I didn't feel like I had the time. My obviously kids were younger and things like that, and feeling like, okay, I've got to go through this and this, and then like I had so many things to do in the morning, and I'm new at it, and so it's taking longer anyway. And it was just like I'm spending 4 hours just trying to get through, you know, my journaling, and I just don't know if I have that time. So, yeah, so allowing it to be created by me, but also finding what works for me within that, but getting done what needs to get done. And like I said, I am not perfect with that by any means, but I do let it kind of change and shift with what I know I really need at that time. I was thinking about what you're saying about working out, and I have to share, I've been doing this thing. It's called Hot Works, and people probably heard of it. It's all over the country, I guess. But you work out in a sauna, and I love it so much because here's why I love it. Because it's so fast. it's like 45 minutes start to finish, you're done. But really, it's more like 30 minutes because they give you time to just be in the sauna. And they have, what I love about it is not only that it's fast, but there's like so many different classes you can take. And even better, I'm by myself. So it's like, it's a led course on a video, but you just follow along and you're in your own little sauna by yourself or like with one other person. It's so nice. It's like all the things I love: warmth, quickness, being alone. Like, it's so nice. But it's been fun. So I've been doing like a lot of yoga, and they have like hot Pilates. So it's been a lot of fun. And I haven't felt that excited. Yeah, I haven't felt that excited about like working out or exercise in a long time. It's like, it's nice to find the thing, you know?
Yeah, I love it. I work out in my garage because if I have to get in my car and drive, I know myself. I won't do it.
That's hilarious.
And now I used to back in the day. So I don't know, when I was in my early 40s, I did Taekwondo, and I did that for years and loved it. But then I got my 2nd degree black belt, and then I was like, I kind of lost the love for it. So I stopped doing it. And then I stopped exercising for a really long time. So for me, but I want a sauna. I want our next house to have a sauna. Nice. I want a hot sauna because I love that too. I love that, like,
I
warm.
love saunas. Saunas to me are just like magic. They're heaven. Because for me, they're like, they do allow like that meditation. They're quiet. They're just like, okay, I can just be in here too. So there have been times where I got pretty sick this year, like a lot of people did, and I never get sick, but this year I did. And I got an ear infection really bad to where it completely threw off my equilibrium for probably 3 weeks. And so I was going into the sauna and just laying there, and I was listening to like meditations or whatever. So I would book my little sauna time and allow myself to like do some healing within that, but I wasn't working out. But yeah, I feel like it's, for me, that's a great place to like feel a deeper connection as well.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Nicolette says something really cool. She said, take it seriously, but hold it lightly. I love that.
I love that. That's a great motto.
And Melissa says, warm, quickness, being alone. She can resonate. Yeah.
All the things I love.
I love it. Yeah, me too. I love it. Awesome. Is there anything else we need to chat about? This has been amazing. Thank you.
I don't know. I don't know if anybody has like specific questions. Does anybody have questions? I don't know.
Does anyone here have a question for Liv? And girl, next time you don't feel well, reach out.
I know, I should have.
Like, you know.
I know, I should have. I always feel like, oh my gosh, okay, everybody's probably so busy too. And then, but yeah, it was horrible, excruciating. I thought my eardrum was going to burst because that did happen to me like 2 years ago. My eardrum burst. And I think it was probably, might have been like right before Master Psychic or right when we started. It was early, and I had my ear, oh my God, the worst pain ever. I don't wish that on anyone. But yeah, I couldn't hear for a couple days, and then I was like so dizzy. I couldn't. And then I tried to I was like, okay, I think I'm feeling better. And I went to do hot yoga. So the heat, you know, can make people dizzy. And then also I was like doing a pose where like my head was down and I stood up and I was like, whoa. I was like, okay, I'm going to sit down. This is not safe.
You're welcome, Rachel. Thanks for hopping by. Did you get to the bottom of it, like the root cause of why it manifested?
I think that there was a few different things. It was also challenging for me to do my healing. I mean, maybe I'm thinking back now, like, did I get to the root? I don't know if I got to the root of it, you know?
Oh, your body will let you know in a couple months.
Yeah. Or not. You can keep it to yourself. But yeah, it was kind of a weird, it made it harder to connect too, you know, how you're just like, nah, it's interesting. And again, it's interesting when you're going through that as a psychic or a healer, and then you're like, I should be able to do this kind of thing. But you're working through your own emotions and your own beliefs and your own stuff too at the same time. So it's like that other layer of
it.
Well,
you're close to it. You're close. Yeah, it's hard. This is one of the reasons why I say healers and psychics need other healers, because when you're so close to it, it's hard. And then when you're in pain, it makes it doubly hard. Sometimes if I don't get sick really, but if I get a headache or something, it's like, oh, I can't shift it. Like it feels like it takes me ages. Whereas if you had a headache, I could be like, bleep, 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 and you'd be like, oh my God. And for me, it's like, oh, come on. But I'm stubborn and I'm gonna move it. I'm gonna move it one way or another.
And we're gonna do this.
So yeah,
we're gonna do it.
And especially, what's that?
We're gonna do it no matter what.
That's right. Well, I just, I'm going to. So I don't see any questions. If anybody has any questions, you can comment. If you're watching the replay and you've got a question for Liv, I would love for you to maybe on this thread, put an offer in if you've got an offer going right now, or how people can get a hold of you and work with you, because your work is amazing and people need it. People need it, especially now.
Yeah, and I have a really fun offer happening right now, and it's a self-study thing, but it's kind of a sneak peek and a taste of my bigger soul mastery program, like the one-on-one work that I do, but it gives people the opportunity to create their soul-led strategy for the rest of the year, which is so important. I love this course because it's something that's meant to be used multiple times this year to align yourself with the true soul energetics. And there's 3 meditations. One goes to future, one is present, and one brings forward a really important past life. And then there's like a little, there's like a little workbook that goes with it, so that you can really look and say, okay, this is the energy I need to bring forward. This is what my soul wants right now. This is what my future potential is showing me. Like, how do I bring that together this year? And like, what do I want to create? And it's honestly one of like the most fun, best things I've ever created. So I really love it. And I love that it's self-study too, because if you guys are like me, sometimes I just like to be alone. So it's great. You can do it on your own time. But then it kind of looks at like a little bit bigger picture of like, how would we do that on a larger scale? So it shows people a glimpse of what the work I do one-on-one with them. So
my God, that sounds amazing. Yeah, drop it in here. And so Nicolette says, so rad. I love that. Hey, Suzanne, that's cool. Thanks for coming. Put it in here. And I have enjoyed chatting with you. I feel like it's been so long.
I know. Thanks for having me. It's been so fun. I've been looking forward to this since we booked it. So it's been so nice chatting with you. Always fun. Always fun.
Awesome. All right. So thank you, everyone, for being here and watching the replay. If you are interested in doing this kind of thing with me, it's not scary. It's easy. It's fun. We're just having a convo. Reach out and we can get it booked for May. Right now I'm doing them once a month. It might change. I don't know. We'll see. So have a wonderful rest of your day, and you're welcome, Nicolette. Thank you. Hey, Gabby, thank you for hanging out with me, Liv, and we will be in touch soon.
Talk to you soon.
All right. Bye, everybody.